So when I'm asking you, find, if I was giving you the same question like this, but I say, maybe this is Roman 1, I say, find the coefficient of x cubed, for example. Then you are going to have 4c3. Because that 3 is going to go onto the x. But be careful that this x does not have something else here. It will make something else. We're going to get to some type of questions. So for you to find this, you are going to simply say, wait a minute, it actually is now very easy. I don't have to write down the expansion up to 4 terms. That's not what this question is asking. So because I'm looking for that, it's going to be 4c3. Why? Because when I have the x term, the 3x, when it's cubed, I'm going to get cubed. So if that one is cubed, then the other one should be 4 minus 3, which should give you 1, which is what? Negative 4 raised to the power of 1. Now you multiply that out, and then you write down the coefficient. So give me this answer. So you can punch in just the way it is there. 4c3 times negative 4 times, now be careful here, this is 3 raised to the power of 3. Okay, so let's do it step by step. What is 4c3? 4 choose 3. On the calculator. It's 4. Good. Times negative 4 times 3 cubed x cubed. Do you understand that? 3 cubed x cubed. Now, what is the final answer? It has to be a negative value. It has to be a negative value. It's what? Negative 422, the whole thing. 432 x cubed. Therefore, coefficient is what? Right. Do you also realize why the answers are negative? Because the indice that I want you to find is odd. The other one was x to the power 1 and x cubed. Because you have got a term where one is positive, one is negative. Do you follow? So, if I ask you an odd one, obviously the answer will be odd. You see the power of NCR. And also, you don't have the luxury to write out this here. If I give you binomial a plus b raised to the power 15. Now, Pascal's triangle will not be so favorable anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? To find those coefficients. Because you now have to have a term consisting of 16, the 16th row. So you now need to find the previous rows in order for you to find what those coefficients will be if you are using Pascal's triangle. But when you use NCR, then you know how will we start this one? How will we start this one? Give me the first two. Here. 15, choose 0. A, B to the 0. Okay? You can work that out, right? That is the value you can work out. Plus 15, choose 1. A to the power, B, and so on. I will use the same adding if there was a minus, then I'll just put that stuff in bracket. And once I'm done with my simplifying, then I will give that final answer of a minus, and the minus that alternates the positive and the minus. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, this is the formula that I wanted you to sort of highlight. But obviously, that is going to be a 1 day. So when you take that paper that I say, take out that letter and highlight that. I'm going to take out mine. There's one here from the Ministry of Education. The list of formulas that you're going to get in the examination. Do you see that highlighted part? A plus, the quantity a plus b raised to the n is going to be a to the n, which is what this is going to become if I simplify it. This will be a to the n, because this is just going to be 1. That is 1. So it's a to the n. You see the next one there? Plus n 1, nc1. Then you have got a, that, minus that. Same thing, can you see? And the last one there will just be b to the n because that becomes 1. So you are given the formula. There's no way that you can't have a problem. There's a nice one there about 1 plus x, but we'll get to 1 plus x in a minute. Alright? I want you to do, obviously we can talk about these things. I have a bunch of questions that I'll give you that you can play around so you can master them. But I want you to understand something. When I ask you to find the term containing x to the power 5, for example here, then it's going to be 4c5. You follow what I mean? You understand? Because r is 1 less. But if I ask you that term, what is that term? Then it's a totally different question. You follow what I'm saying? Then you need to be reducing that if you have to find the term. So I want to do those type of questions. I'm going to repeat so you can get the idea. This question was saying, and it's there, right? And you have, remember, your specimen paper with the answers now. And I don't know whether they are doing this or they are just giving you the final answer. All right? But you should realize there are different ways of asking questions. I'm going to look at that specifically. Right? The binomial expansion 3x minus 4 raised to the 4th. Find the coefficient of x. We don't know what term that is. But we just realize, well, the coefficient of x happens to be what term? It's going to be the second term. But you didn't count it because coefficient of x means that x is to the power 1. But you didn't find that r. We're going to have to deal with cases where we need to find that r. Okay? But first, step by step. Are you still writing? I want to bring in questions here. You have 2 minutes. Why did we not put the what? If there was, I'm going to give you questions like that. You will see now. First, I want you to master the basics. You want to pause the video and then end? She's so much in that. Do you want to pause the video or what? Okay. Anybody else wants to go in? Mr. Bradley? Want to go to the loo? Okay. Are we done writing? You can clean because I want you to start. At the same time, while he's cleaning, in your file, go check out what the syllabus says. It's the first bullet. It says use the expansion of a plus b raised to the n is where n is positive. During 2 periods. Yeah, going home. School is out for other people. We work until when we have lunch. We work until 1. And right now, what is the time? It's not yet 1. She's going to remind us of the time. It's 1. What time are you eating? Okay, so we pause and then we come back after lunch. You have to go dress the others. Or address the others. I heard you have to dress them. Put on clothes. About what? Their responsibilities, their what? Okay. How long will that take? But then you still have to go eat and come back. 2:30. 2:30 these days. So from 2:30 we continue because there's quite a lot that we need to do. Okay? How do you? Oh, there's a lot that you won't be able to do there, right? Because we have the answers now. How does we do this? Do we just pause or stop? We stop in the middle. Or we can just stop this and then we continue the other one. Then